This is the story of Little Red Riding Hood, also known as Caperucita Roja. Little Red Riding Hood, Caperucita Roja. There once was a girl who always wore a red hood. Her name was Little Red Riding Hood. Érase una vez una niña a quien todo el mundo llamaba Caperucita Roja porque siempre llevaba una capucha de color rojo. One day, her mother asked her to bring honey to her sick grandmother. Un día, su madre le pidió que llevara miel a su abuelita, que estaba enferma. She met a wolf on the way to her grandmother's house. "Where are you going, Little Red Riding Hood?" the wolf asked in a sweet voice. Por el camino se encontró con el lobo. "¿A dónde vas, Caperucita?" le dijo el lobo con voz melosa. "I'm going to my grandmother's house. I can't talk to you now. I'm in a hurry," said Little Red Riding Hood. "Voy a casa de mi abuelita. No me entretengas, que tengo prisa," le respondió la niña. "Take this road. It's shorter. You will get there sooner," said the wolf. He was not telling the truth. "Ve por este camino, que es más corto. Así llegarás antes," mintió el lobo. The wolf took a shortcut to the grandmother's house. He locked the grandmother in a closet. He got into her bed. Mientras tanto, el lobo corrió por un atajo hasta la casa de la abuelita. Una vez allí, encerró a la abuelita en el armario y se metió en la cama. Little Red Riding Hood got to her grandmother's house. Her grandmother looked very different. "I'm sick, my dear," said the wolf. He tried to sound like her grandmother. Cuando Caperucita llegó, encontró a su abuelita muy cambiada. "Es porque estoy enferma, hijita," le dijo el lobo, simulando la voz de la abuela. "Grandma, what big ears you have," said Little Red Riding Hood. "The better to hear you with," said the wolf. "Abuelita, ¿qué orejas tan grandes tienes?" dijo la pequeña. "Son para oírte mejor," respondió el lobo. "Grandma, what big eyes you have," said Little Red Riding Hood. "The better to see you with," said the wolf. He moved closer to the girl. "Abuelita, ¿Qué ojos tan grandes tienes? Insistía la niña. Son para verte mejor, dijo el lobo, acercándose a Caperucita. Grandma, what a big mouth you have, said Little Red Riding Hood. Now she was very scared. The better to eat you with, said the wolf. He jumped toward Little Red Riding Hood. Abuelita, qué boca tan grandes tienes, se atrevió a decir Caperucita, un tanto asustada. Es para comerte mejor, gritó el lobo, abalanzándose sobre la niña. There were hunters outside. They heard Little Red Riding Hood's cries. They rushed into the house and scared the wolf. The wolf ran away with his tail between his legs. Pero en ese momento, unos cazadores oyeron los gritos de Caperucita, entraron en la casa y echaron al lobo, que se fue corriendo con el rabo entre las piernas. The end. Fin. Let's look at the book again, and while we're looking, I would like you to think about yourself. I would like you to think about things that you know, or you have seen, or that have happened to you that maybe you thought about while I was reading the story. Do you have a grandmother that you go to visit? Do you walk by yourself or do you go with your parents? Think about things like that. Let's see. Little Red Riding Hood has her own bedroom. Caperucita Roja, tienes un cama, un lampa y lees un libro de osos. Look at Caperucita's bedroom. Does your bedroom look like this? Do you have the same things she does? Or do you have some different things? Do you have a jacket that you like to wear all the time, like Little Red Riding Hood likes to wear her red jacket with the red hood? It looks like Little Red Riding Hood's mommy is very busy. Is your mommy a busy lady? I'm sure she is. Has she ever asked you to take a basket to your grandmother's house or a friend's house because they did not feel well or they needed something? El lobo. There is the wolf. Have you ever seen a wolf? Have you gone to the zoo and seen wolves? Or seen a wolf on a video or a television show or in another book? Take a look at Little Red Riding Hood's face. Does she look happy or scared? And take a look at those teeth, los dientes. Woo! Have you ever heard the story of Little Red Riding Hood before? They are all a little different. In this story, the wolf puts Grandma in the closet. En el armario. Y se metió en la cama. In all of the stories that I have heard, the wolf gets into grandmother's bed. But what about the grandmother? If you've heard this story before, what other things has happened to the grandmother in the stories that you have heard? Did you see the wolf's tail sticking out from underneath the blanket? Little Red Riding Hood looks a little nervous. What's making her nervous in this picture? In this picture, el lobo tienes smoke, I guess. What do you think that is? I think it is showing that the wolf has hot, hungry wolf breath. And probably smelly too. If you have read or heard or seen other versions of Little Red Riding Hood, think about what different things happen to the wolf at the end of the story. In this story, the wolf just runs away. Let's go back through one more time, and when I point to something and say the word, I want you to think about the beginning sound of that word. And then I'll tell you what it is. So you think, and then I will say it. Ball, B. Moon, M. Basket, B. Trash, T. Wolf, W. Flowers, F. Leaves, L. Teeth, T. Girl, G. Here, the wolf is telling a lie. L. L. Clouds. K. C. Our time is up. Goodbye.